Hey, what's going on, y'all? So I'm back on with another video. Gonna be talking about 200-301, and I think it's necessary that I address, my viewers and the questions that they've been asking. So here we are. And don't crack jokes about my cup. I know it say hubby, but it wifey bought it for me. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. How to pass the CCNA 200-301. Right? Now, of course, I'm here to answer some of those questions that I seen you guys asking me, from the previous video. Now, remember, Volume 1, CCNA Certification, Understanding Cisco Networking Technologies, Exam 200-301. You want to go get this book, okay? This is the first thing you want to do in order to pass the test, okay? Now this is just the first one. Remember, Volume 2 is going to come with it, okay? You want Volume 1 and you want Volume 2. Volume 2 is CCNA Certification Study Guide, Exam 200-301, okay? Now, just remembering, you want to go through these books inside and out, okay? This is going to be your main course of study for however you feel it's going to be a time for you to take whatever it is for you to study to take the test. So you need a main course of study. That's one thing that you need to make sure that you have. You already decided you want to take the CCNA. Now, first step, go grab your books, and then once you do that, you make that your the only thing you're going to study on. You don't want to study on anything else, right? Sometimes you can do it in 20 days. If you actually just stay focused on it, you can do it, right? But a lot of times it may take 30 days, 60 days. You can even say 90 days, 120. However much time you need, it doesn't matter. There's no, hey, I can do this in a month, or I can do this in 2 weeks. If you can, do it, right? If not, give yourself some time. Pace yourself. If you need 6 months, give yourself 6 months. You know the time that you need to pass this test, right? Now, the reason why I say that, because you want to actually not only give yourself this book that you want to focus on. That's why I say you want to give yourself a main course. The main course is you can go to the actual Cisco website, right? Go to the website, and while you're in the website, you can actually go to Netacad. Cisco Netacad is what I use alongside with the books. Now, on Netacad, they give you different tests that you can take as far as practice tests, right? You take those practice tests, you can do them over and 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 over. And they also give you another version of like real world scenarios that you can actually read like another book, right? And this is Cisco's actual way of giving you an understanding. You can read that as well. I also done that. Now, secondly, you want to, if you could, give yourself a career coach, a mentor of any sort that has a background in information technology, right? Someone you can talk to. It will be a career coach, mentor, classmate, whatever you want to call it, right? Get somebody you can talk to that can actually communicate with you about the computers and the technology that you're studying. That really helps you to retain information. Now, that's just one thing. You can put yourself in certain environments like this YouTube channel. You can come back here and you can get more information, and because I'm going to be talking about a lot more. Right now I'm just giving you guys the start, or the how to start, and from there next videos will go into detail of actually going in the book and talking about all the different commands and protocols and chapters and stuff like that, right? Now you want to also give yourself well, going back to recap, in the environment, right? You want to make sure that while you're in those environments that you're taking notes. Get yourself what I use Microsoft OneNote. What I do is I take my notes and I jot them down, and then if I write them down first, a lot of times I'll write them down and then I'll take that and then I'll type it into my OneNote, and then now I have my OneNote with me wherever I go on all my different devices, and no matter what device I have, I can always recap to my notes and I can just look at them, or I can, whatever I write them down on, it might be like a little book, a little tablet or something like that, like not even like a hand size, and you can write that down, and wherever you go, you can put that in your pocket, whatever, right pocket, pants pocket, wherever you want to put it, and you can actually pull that thing out whenever you get to a point where you're like, hey, I got some downtime, let me read over my notes, just in case your phone died. Now you got your little tab, little booklet. That's just a few things you want to know. I mean, you want to have, on hand, and if you got OneNote, you can actually go to your device, your phone, where have you. You got the application, you can look it up, and you can actually store notes still. So you want to put yourself in those type of environments where you are always retaining information, you're always getting information, you're always staying up to date on what it is you're studying, which is the CCNA, right? Now, the next thing is to, let me see, try to give yourself some type of practice with if you go on Cisco.com or what have you, you can get Packet Tracer for free, right? You can get Packet Tracer, and once you get Packet Tracer, you can just download that thing or that software and actually just go to work. You can just practice over and over and over and over and over again. It's a real-time software. It's a software you can use in real time to actually troubleshoot. You can break stuff and you can fix stuff just like that. Dealing with the commands, you're learning the router, you're learning the switches, and you're routing and switching. You can create VLANs, you can do all types of stuff, and it's free. I don't want to give you guys any information about anything you have to go and buy besides the book. Everything else, Cisco give it to you for free. So it's like, okay, well, if I got it for free, I can practice for free, and that's a good thing about it, right? So you can also get some flashcards. That's what I use, flashcards. I used to use the I used to download applications, from the App Store, and I'll just go to work, man. You can even, if you got an Android, you can go to the Google Store, Google Play Store. You can download apps, and you can just, if you have to subscribe. It might be $4.99, it might be $15.99, or what have you. If you can just do it for 1 month, like 1 month is a lot. You can get a lot of information in 1 month, or if you can do it for a week, or you just want to do the free trial, do the free trial, and get started. Flashcards, applications, Packet Tracer, all that counts. That's the real time hands-on learning. You get it, you can get it, and it's right there by right there by your fingertips right now. And I mean, from there, what I would say is, I mean, what I did honestly, when I was studying for it, what I did was I just made it my, it was like these books, man. These was like my baby. It was like, rockabye baby. You feel me? Everywhere I went, I had these books. I don't care where I'm at. I'm at work. I got my book in my hand. When I'm coming home, my book is in my hand. If I'm going to a friend's house, I have my book. It's somewhere nearby. It's in my car or somewhere. I'm going to a family member's house, I have my book, no matter where I'm at. Sometimes if I have to leave my home and go to the library, just to read my book, I will. If my little children here don't want to keep quiet, or I can't keep the noise down, I'll get my book, go to the library, and they got some libraries. They have they have quiet rooms where you can actually sit in a private room, quiet room. They call them quiet rooms. You can get in that room and you can just shut the door, and it's just glass, and it just completely soundproof. Like you don't hear anything. It gets that serious. It was that serious with me. And I'm saying that to say, once you put yourself in these environments, as far as like you coming on this channel, you watching it, you getting the content, you watching the channel, you getting information, and stuff start to become second nature. It's really important to commit yourself to what it is you're trying to learn. It's really important. I mean, when it comes down to it, I would actually get rid of all the entertainment. There's no entertainment for me. If I say, hey, I'm going to, I want my CCNA, I'm going to take the 200-301, and I'm going to pay my money for it. Oh man, everything stops. Everything stops. The only thing that continue to go is, I'm still a full-time dad, and I gotta go to work. That's it. Everything else after that, even when I'm in the car. When I'm in the car and I'm driving, I cut my radio off. I will put on a YouTube channel or YouTube video or something that talks about this information, talks about Cisco CCNA 200-301. Okay? That's what you got to do. Cut the radio off. You know why? Because entertainment, what I learned about entertainment tends to follow me wherever I go, right? And when I say that, I'm saying that to say, everywhere you go, you have someone playing some type of music, or they're rapping some type of music, or people singing songs. People love music. People love entertainment. Or you have something on the TV every time. As soon as you get home, it's a TV on. Cut it off. You don't need it. If you're studying for your test, cut the TV off, cut the radio off. Don't listen to anything, because what's going to happen is, the way the brain works in a way where you have a short-term memory and you have a long-term memory. Now, what happens is you get in the car, say you get in the car, your own car, you got the radio on, boom. Now you done heard, you probably heard about 10 songs or 5 songs before you even got from one place to the next, right? Now, what's going to happen is those songs is going to be stuck in your head, even when you get out your car and you don't listen to no music anymore. What you're thinking about is what you just heard, right? Now, what I learned is, when I'm studying, it gets so bad to the point that what I'm reading, I start talking to people about it. Why? Because, which is why I'm making this video, right? So, what happens is you start to talk, you start to think about VLANs, you start to think about routing, you start to think about switching, you start to think about everything that you're reading in this book. Everything you're reading, you start to think about. Just like how you're thinking about those songs that you're constantly listening to when you're in the car. So, instead of cutting those songs on, or cutting the radio on, cut the radio off, or if you're going to have the radio on, you know, get if you want. They got the audio. They got this book in an audio version, where you know you can plug it up, or you can use your Bluetooth or what have you, and Bluetooth to your car, and actually play this book in audio. It'll talk to you about this book, and you can just play that. And think about it. If you do that for 1 month, you're gonna know this book inside and out. Chapter 1, you're gonna know the whole chapter 1. Chapter 2, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know every chapter, because you're not listening to nothing else. So instead of you retaining, you know, that entertainment that you hear all the time when you see the TV, or you saw something that was on TV that was so funny, and it just, you know, became a joke to you, and you're making jokes about it, or you're remembering it and you're still laughing about it later, you don't need to hear that, right? You're going to be hearing this TCP/IP, internetworking, you know. You're going to be hearing that. Hell, VLANs. You're going to hear wireless automation. You're just going to be hearing all that type of stuff. So it's going to get to the point where you're going to be hearing that in your head with nothing else playing, no TV, nothing around. You can be in class, or you can be having a conversation with someone, and you're going to be thinking about TCP, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, okay. And then now you done came up with a whole nother conversation about TCP within the conversation that they're talking about. And then they're going to be looking at you like, what are you talking about? Like, you're talking about technology because you're reading up on technology, but you don't have entertainment around you. Get rid of the entertainment. Your new entertainment is going to be CCNA 200-301. So people want to know, how did I pass the test? That's how I passed the test. When I'm at work and I go to work and I take my lunch break is going to be, I'm going to be reading this book. While I'm eating, I'm reading this book. You know, I'm just in the book reading while I'm eating. It's just got to become second nature. And I guess that's why they call me the nerd boy, you know, because I'm literally a nerd with this stuff. Right now, what time is it? Right now, it's 7:22. I'm pretty sure they just hit the kickoff. Right now it's Super Bowl. I'm not watching Super Bowl. For what? Why I need to watch the Super Bowl? When I need to be learning, you know, this test. I need to be studying for my next test. Forget the Super Bowl. They can have it. So while everyone's watching the Super Bowl, I'm making this video about computers because it's all I know. You know, this is it right here. Now I just move on to the next book and I just start studying that, because I am determined to get to that next, that next stage as far as the next cert. I need to get to the next cert. I got that. Let me put that one behind me and let me go to the next one. And that's how we got to do it. You know, that's how you got to do it. So first thing is, get yourself a main thing that you want to focus on. This is the book. Now, with the book, you want to study on that, and from that, you want to, make sure that you just make this your number one priority. This right here is going to be, something that follows you everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you want to take this book. No matter where you are, take your book with you, and you can always read it. You know. Now, that's going to be your main focus, right? And from there, you want to put yourself in an environment. You can come back to this channel. You can always catch up on content here, because I'm going to be going into detail more about each chapter and give you guys a little more information about them. Get yourself some hands-on practice. Hands-on practice meaning Packet Tracer, Cisco NetCAD. You can get flashcards. You can get You can get applications. Get those apps, because those apps is going to help you remember. They're going to give you practice tests. Those apps are They have practice tests within those apps, right? Cisco Netacad has practice tests within those apps, and I mean within Netacad, right? And once you get on Netacad, now you can use Netacad along with Packet Tracer and actually do the actual assignments that they have on Netacad. It's important. And remember, get rid of the entertainment. You don't need it. If you're studying for the test, you don't need entertainment. This is your entertainment. Because how I did it is I'll study for 45 minutes to 1 hour, right? 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then I would give myself a break. Give yourself a break, probably 15 to 20 minutes. If you need longer than that, you can give yourself 30 minutes. Just give yourself a break. Go for a walk, or go play with your kids, or go talk to someone. Go talk to your wife or your girl, or you can email your professor and say, hey, I had some questions I wanted to talk about. Whatever it is, your inner networking, whatever it is you want to talk about, encapsulation, whatever, automation, whatever, right? And get answers. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's why they have it as an acronym called FAQ, frequently asked questions. Don't be afraid, okay? No question is a dumb question. All questions matter. Ask them. You can come here, ask questions. I'm glad to give you more information. Now, like I said before in the last video, some of the key areas that you want to focus on within this book. First, I'm going to say you need to understand networking, right? You need to, and I remember I forgot his name or the person's name, but they asked a question on the last video. They wanted to know some key areas that they need to focus on. Now, what I'm gonna say in volume 1, I got the book right here. Some of the key areas that you need to focus on in volume 1 is inner networking. You got to understand networking. You got to understand networking. And remember, inner networking is, when you hear interconnect networking, all that means is inner networking, right? And then when you hear inner networking, which is the same thing as what I said previous, but they both means the same thing. But to give you an example of what it actually means is, let's say the internet, right? The internet is basically one big inner network. That's all it is. Inner networking means to connect one network to another, and then another network to another, and then connecting them together, right? So one network connecting to another network, and then another network connecting to both of those networks. That's inner networking. Same thing, right? So you want to focus on that. You want to know TCP/IP. You want to know subnetting. You want to know IP routing, and you want to know how to manage those devices. And another thing is wireless area networks. You want to focus on that. Those are some things that will come up. And the most important thing between both of these books is troubleshooting. They're on the test, they're gonna hit you hard with troubleshooting, because they remove the performance questions. There's no more performance questions. The new questions now are just drag and drop. You drag and drop those, or you just answer. You just pull them from one, drag, boom, or drop, boom. That's it. It's no more actual designing a network or actually doing a performance question as far as like connecting or anything like that. So drag and drop, multiple choice, that's the test. That's it. That's it. And some of the key areas you want to focus on in volume 2, what I would say, I really don't even have to open this because I already know. Before I even open them, I'm just going to go through them real quick. Security, that's one. That's really important. Troubleshooting and security is the most important thing you want to know, right? You want to know automation, and you want to know VLANs, and you want to know routing and switching, right? So I'm saying that to say you want to know VPNs, So volume 1 is like 23 chapters. It's like way more. It triples the last one, right? So security, NAT, layer 2 switching, IP routing, troubleshooting, IP addressing, you know, and that's really first hop. You want to know that. That's important as well. You want to know IP, IPv6. So troubleshooting is all through this book. Troubleshooting IP, IPv6, VLANs. You want to know all of that, okay? And you want to know VPNs. It's important. It's very important. Very important. Okay. So I'm saying this to say, remember, you got to commit. You got to commit. If you commit, you'll pass. You got to commit. You know, you got to tell, you got to tell your mans. You got to say, hey, I can't go to the Super Bowl. I can't, you know, I can't watch the Super Bowl this year. I gotta focus. If this is what you want, you gotta get it. You know, and that's just how it is. It's easier that way. It's easier that way. So, entertainment is out. There's no entertainment for me. Okay, so I'm just throwing it out there for you guys. Just remember, you know, you gotta commit. You gotta get yourself a main course. You gotta put yourself in those environments, and remember, troubleshooting and security, wireless, automation, routing, switching. It's only multiple choice and drag and drop, and that's it. You can pass it. You can pass it. Remember, the more you focus on it, the more it starts to become second nature. The more you're able to communicate and talk about it. Become second nature. When you can talk about it and you can teach it, you're still learning it. You're still talking. You're still showing yourself that, hey, you know this stuff. You know, it becomes second nature. And once it get in that long-term memory, you got them. The short-term memory is when you read it, and within an hour or 2 hours, and now you're thinking about it, and now you're talking about it, and it just becomes long term now, because the more you do that, the more it goes stored in your memory. So yeah, so just stay tuned to the channel, like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Remember, I'm the Nerd Boy with Nerd Boy PCs, and I'm here. If you need me, you can ask as many questions as you want. I'll make a video for you, or I'll respond back to you and tell you some things, whatever you need. But I hope this video helped, and if it didn't, you can always come back and comment again, and I'll be willing to answer whatever it is you guys need. Okay? So I'm the Nerd Boy. Don't forget to like and subscribe.